Hi, this is Mr. Van Kaplan. We're going to create another assembly file. If you remember, we've done your pegboard toy, and we've made the three shapes to put in there, the cylinder, the triangle prism, and the rectangle prism. And you all did an excellent job on that. So today we're going to make a hammer or a mallet, which usually comes with toys like this, to drive those in there. First thing we want to do a file. Okay, we want to do file, save as, and you've got your folder. And we're just going to name it mallet head. So we'll just save it at the beginning. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to start a 2D sketch. I like to always use the XY plane. And I'm going to track it to where I can see pretty good here. So we're going to make a rectangle. Okay. And we're going to go up. It's going to be 1 inch wide. So I'm going to type 1, tab, and 5 inches tall. Tab it and then hit 5 and hit enter. And then hit your front button to zoom that out. Okay. We want to right click, get off of that. So just hit OK. And now we want the circle tool. Just somewhere on this edge here, make a 1 inch circle. And then do the same thing at the bottom. 1 inch circle. Okay. And now we're going to dimension that from the center of the circle. So we're going to click this top line here, or that dot, excuse me. And let's make it go down 1 inch. Same thing here. 1 inch. Okay, so we've got these dimensions here. You've got a 1 by 5 rectangle, 2 1 inch circles, and then this one, the center is dimension 1 inch from the bottom. This one, the center is dimension 1 inch from the top. We are going to use the trim tool here, so we may end up having to get rid of some of these dimensions. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this dimension that's on the circle. Just right click it and hit delete. Right click, hit delete. And now we're going to trim. Okay, when you trim it out, it should look like that. It looks like the base for a truck or a car if you put the roof line on it. And we're going to use what's called the Revolve tool here in just a second. So we're going to get into 3D mode. Go ahead and hit Finish Sketch. Okay. Hit the house button to zoom in where you can see it. And we're going to do what's called Revolve. Similar to Extrude, instead of coming out, it's going to rotate it. So here's our profile. It's here. And our axis is going to be here. And we're just going to hit OK. So you can see that revolved it around. Looks like a mallet. Okay. Sometimes if you ever watch the TV shows, Judge Judy or any of those, they call it a gavel. A judge has it, but similar concept. I'm going to go ahead and change the material. When I think of a mallet, I usually think of wood. Okay. There's some maple wood. You can pick one. It doesn't have to be wood. Just make it something you like. Okay. So this is going to be the first part of a multi-step assembly. The next thing we've got to do, we've got to put a hole in here where we can attach a handle. So we're going to hit, let's see here. Let's look at our origin. So I've clicked origin over here. We always use the XY plane. See how that's lit up? We're going to hit plane here. We want this XY plane there. And let's see. So now that you've got this work plane here, hit Start 2D Sketch. We're going to click there on that. And we're going to put a point at the center of this. We're going to put point. And doing the math, we could say our X is going to be 1 inch. That's okay. I'll just dimension it. We're gonna put that 1 inch, and then from this side, let's see if that works. Finish sketch. Let's try putting a hole here. Okay, so I click that hole, and it's going all the way through it. We don't want it to do that. We're going to change it to a distance. Okay, we want this part to be 0.875. And then on the bottom, we want it to be 0.625. And we're going to hit OK there. And we're going to make it a tapped hole. Okay, that means it's going to have the threads in it. Again, it's going all the way through, so we're going to have to change that. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so it didn't go all the way through. We're good. And then the last thing we want to do on this work plane 1, right click on it, turn off the visibility, and you can see that hole doesn't go all the way through. Okay, and then to be done, just go to the top, click save, and you're finished with this.